Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we sift through the corporate mumbo jumbo, so you don't have to. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing from Bannix Accession Corp. It's a bit like finding out your friend from high school who said they were going to be a rock star is still playing local gigs 5 years later. Let's see what's really going on. Scroll Unity Custard's Securities and Exchange. Come and scroll. This filing is basically a snapshot of important events that Bannix Accession Corp needed to tell the Securities and Exchange Commission about. Think of it as a check-in form, letting everyone know what major decisions and changes have occurred. Scroll March 7, 2025 scroll. The main event seems to have happened on March 7, 2025. That's the date of their special meeting where some pretty crucial decisions were made. We'll unpack what those decisions were and why they matter. Here's the heart of the matter. Bannix Accession Corp needed more time. They're a special purpose acquisition company, or SPACs. SPACs are basically blank check companies that raise money with the goal of buying another company. They have a deadline to do this, or they have to give the money back to investors. Bannix needed to extend that deadline. Originally, they had until March 14, 2025 to find a company to merge with. The March 2025 to find a company to merge with. The March 2025 amendment gives them the option to push that date back potentially until June 14, 2025 to find a company to merge with. The March 2025 amendment gives them the option to push that date back potentially until June 14, 2025 to find a company to merge with. The March 2025 amendment gives them the option to push that date back potentially until June 14, 25 to find a company to merge with. The March 20 to push that date back potentially until June 14, 2025 to find a company to merge with. The March 2020. This is the legal document used to officially change the company's rules. It's a certificate of amendment and it alters the amended and restated certificate of incorporation, which is basically the company's constitution. Now let's talk about this special meeting. It happened on March 7, 2025. Stockholders got to vote on whether or not to give the company more time to find a business to buy and other things to do so. A pretty good chunk of shareholders participated, 94.56%. That means almost everyone who could vote did vote. So what did they vote on? First, the extension amendment. This was the big one, giving the company more time to find a deal. Let's see how the votes went. The results are in. 2,691,223 votes for and 2,041.13 against. So the extension amendment passed. This means Bannix gets more time. The second thing they voted on was a trust amendment. To understand this, we need to know that SPACs hold the money they raise in a trust account. The trust amendment likely has to do with how that money is managed now that the company is asking for an extension. The vote was overwhelmingly in favor, 2,691 to 23 for, 2,413 against. So the trust amendment also passed. Here's where things get interesting, because Bannix asked for an extension. Shareholders had the right to get their money back if they didn't want to wait around, and a good number of them did. Stockholders owning 225,082 shares decided to redeem their shares. They wanted out. This means that about 2,573,762 Te is leaving the company's trust account. Approximately 11 tumshi 3/6 per share still out there. Exhibit 3.1 shows the certificate of amendment to the amended and restated certificate of incorporation. Basically, this is the legal paperwork for extending the company's life. Exhibit 10.1 is an amendment to their investment management trust agreement from March 10, 2025. This likely outlines how the money in the trust will be handled during the extension period. Now, what does all of this mean for Bannix Accession Corp and its investors? Well, on one hand, they bought themselves more time, they haven't found a deal yet, and this gives them a few extra months to try. On the other hand, a significant number of shareholders decided to cash out. That suggests some investors are losing faith in the company's ability to find a good merger target. SPACs were all the rage a few years ago, but many have struggled to find good deals and deliver returns to investors. The fact that Bannix is already asking for an extension isn't exactly a confidence booster. The company must now scramble to find a target, and on top of that, lost a portion of their available cash and faith. Ultimately, Bannix's fate depends on whether they can find a compelling business to merge with in the next few months. If they can't, they'll have to liquidate and return the remaining money to shareholders. And it doesn't look like this will be a success story to remember. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. What do you think Bannix should do with this extra time? Let me know in the comments below.